Set up a new event date, its unique code, and a description for the event. And set the group to New Zealand Secondary Schools and the dictionary to the same dictionary as used in the script. Running a relay is made a lot easier by having the courses set up correctly in the course planning software. You can see here the senior boys have got 3 sets of forks, each with 3 branches within them. Condies, they're called regular forks, whereas course planners will often use leg fork because it sounds correct. For New Zealand schools, the one place you do use leg forks is for the junior class. You can see here that in the ONZ rules, leg 1 and leg 3 are yellow, while leg 2 is white. So as shown here, it's a leg fork because leg 2 has the white course, whereas legs 1 and 3 are the normal forked course. The other thing that course planners should keep in mind is how many course variations the course will generate. These allows us to couple forks. This is where we give them the same coupling number, which means that the leg 1 runner may run the branch number 1 on the first fork and branch number 1 on the last fork. And second leg runner may run branch 2 on the first fork and branch 2 on the third fork. Here we haven't coupled the middle fork, so we're going to get 9 variations of this course, whereas if you don't couple things you end up with 27 combinations. I've seen courses planned with hundreds of combinations, which makes managing the maths a lot more difficult. Another reason I often end up tweaking the course planners files is because they like to give them really long names, which is fine for recognizing what course is what. But as the name gets added to the variation, it can create really long course names. So it's best to try and keep them to 2 letters if possible. 3 tops. Now I'm just going to save the course.xml file again for importing into O-Lynx. You can see that on import, O-Lynx will automatically set up what's visible and what's not. So just the class should be visible of course variations, but you'll need to mark all the classes so that they allow variations. I just sort by the visible column and select them all and just set to allow variations, which just tells O-Lynx that person running one of those courses can actually run any of the variations that are listed. Now we can bring in the entries. Just going to bring it in from the inter-row CSV file. Choose courses and assign temporary chip numbers. Import. Then we're going to bring the chip numbers through from the long event. And I'm just going to check for the unassigned chips. So we've got two boys that are coming to the relays and being anywhere else. I'm just going to assign the chips in the edit entry wizard. Each entry has been assigned a course which will track the individual's performance. But for tracking the team, we use grade. So in this case, our grade column is all empty, so we want to fill that out. So I'm going to use edit all to fill out the grade column. So it's just going to be the same values as in the course column. So I'm selecting all of the course. And I'm going right clicking and going copy. I'm going to the top cell in the grade. Right clicking and going paste. So now we have grade and course set to the same values. Next we can update our dictionary to also have grade values. Again, the results are published by grade. They're in the order we want and with the descriptions that we want. Here I'm just copying and pasting the descriptions that are assigned to the course to the grades using the edit all. And then set the order for them. And the colour. Now we start assigning team numbers and bid numbers and which legs they're going to run. I've just gone into courses tab and the assign courses window and then the entry information and just press refresh. And this just shows me a summary of what the entries work out as. You can see that it gives me the numbers, teams of each grade that might arrive. So then I'm going into the course planning software and I'm allocating teams. So with the senior boys, which the summary says I need 14 teams. I usually assign a couple of extra. So in Condes you just keep pressing create team until you've got all your teams, and you set the bid number before you start each grade. I want to separate. Certain grades have certain bid number ranges. Now we're going to do senior girls, which wants 13 teams. So I'll produce 15 teams. Senior girls. I'm going to start at bid number 20. And just press the button 15 times. Other programs such as OCAD Course Planner, there's a similar feature. Course planning software best knows what loops loop. It's the best place to do this type of thing. You can drag and drop and create the assignments manually in O-Lynx. It's a lot easier. It's done here. You end up with a better result. You can see in the background that it's creating all the right combinations for the forking. You also see that in the options. I've chosen the bottom one, which means the courses can repeat. So once they run out of the 9 combinations of maps, then it starts off with the first combination again. Once all the combinations are generated, you can close that. And then we're going to export the assignments file. Now in OCAD course planning, the assignments are stored in the same file as the course data. But in Condes it's a separate file. Okay, now we can bring that file into O-Lynx. I'm just going to import course assignments. I'm going to choose the Condes file or the OCAD file, and we're going to bring them in. And we end up with a list of all the course assignments and the bid numbers against them, and the grade and the club. And we need the clubs against certain bid numbers. So we go to the clubs tab over on the right, and we just go autofill. And it basically generates enough clubs for the number of entries that we've got. And you can see there we've got spaces in there that are spare assignments. When you printed the maps, you might have not created that many spare maps, but it doesn't matter as long as we've got at least a couple spare, so when we get composite teams moving up and down grades and so forth. We've got some maps and a bib number to keep them. Now we also do the auto assign for the rank, and the rank just gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 for each skill. We've got the first team for the skill and the second team and so forth. And that just helps generate the name of the team mainly. So we're going to have Barradine, year 7-8, team number 1. And you can print out that list, which makes it handy for putting the maps together and numbering the maps. You can also print off forms. O-Lynx has default form layout here that we use here in Hawke's Bay. We use barcodes just to make on the day faster. But this form can be edited as well.